Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. This is Auntie Angel. Thanks for joining my channel. I got a question because it's a concern. So, I just had an interaction with this African lady outside, and she was pissed off. So, this is the story. Okay. Nothing too big. I think it was, something small. So, I have a parking space outside that's reserved for me. Now, in order for me to get this parking space, I had to get a doctor's written request and stating the fact that I have a disability. I have spinal stenosis. I used to work with patients, hospice care patients and home health coordinator and a med tech. So it comes from years of turning patients and just working with patients and lifting patients and stuff. So my back is bad. It's very bad. So I've been, moving around, trying to move around all day, and the weather doesn't play a part in my bones because I also have arthritis in my back and in my knees. Okay, so when I pulled up this evening, to park, and I was hoping that nobody was in my parking space so I could go in the house, take a shower, and try to get some ease the pain off of my bones. So anyway, I pull up and this lady is in my parking spot. I didn't know it was a lady at the time. So anyway, I gave it a little bit of time. I sat there for a minute. And what I did was I parked behind her. And I put a note on her windshield. And I said, hi, this is Angel. This is my parking space that you're parked in. Please, when you leave, just give me a call and I'll come out. Real nice. I put it on her windshield so whoever it was, they could get the note and give me a call. Okay, but in the meantime, I kept trying to pay attention to see who it was. Okay, so I pulled right behind her. You know what I'm saying? So she couldn't back out. At the end of the day, the sign says it's reserved, and it has my license plate number on there, and it also says reserved on the ground. So obviously she can't read. Okay. Anyway, my child went out. My son went out, and he was doing whatever he had to do outside, and he was watching out for me because I could no longer do it. I was in pain. So he said the guy is out there. Okay, so when he got out there, he said it was a guy and two kids. When I got out there, it was this lady running off at the mouth. So it must have been his wife. Okay, so he greeted me first and apologized and said Happy New Year. And I said Happy New Year back, and she started bumping them gums. So my question is, what is it with the African women that they don't like Black American? Because every time I see this lady, she has an attitude problem. Like she rolling her eyes, and I know she's saying stuff in her language because you could tell when somebody talking about you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to speak English, and you know that they talking about you. You could tell. Okay, so every time I see this lady, it seems like she got something wrong with her. Got her nose all tooted up like she smells something because she probably smelling her own stuff. That's probably why she's doing that. But at the end of the day, all she had to do was get in her truck and move. It's a parking space. But at the end of the day, it's my parking space. And it takes a lot for me to get in and out of the car and to walk from where my car is to the building. It's just enough distance where I'm okay. I may have to stop in the process. I had to stop 4 times before I got to my door because I'm in so much pain. So that's the reason why the rental office gave me a reserved parking space from where my car is at. It's close enough. It's not too close to the building, and it's not too far away. It's perfect from, for where I need to be. So she parked in my space. I mean, it's as simple as that. And on there it says unauthorized cars will be towed. Okay, so I waited and I waited and I waited. I said, this looks like it's getting ready to take all night. So I went and got the tow truck telephone number. And what I did was I called the number. And I asked them, you know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, they not operating right now. And they always say that just to scare people away. Unauthorized parking, and you'll be towed. So anyway, I called the tow truck company for my community, and they said, yeah, they operate for our community, and they sent me the pictures. So I told her that I was parked right behind whoever it was, and I don't know who it was. So by the time all that transpired and everything, they came out, and I'm saying to myself, either you move out of the parking space, because you lucky, because I was fitting to call the tow truck company. You know what I'm saying? So either I park behind you or you have the tow truck parked behind you. I mean, either way. But at the end of the day, you was parked in my space. You never know what somebody is going through. Like, I can't stand to see people parking handicapped spots and they not handicapped. It is very, very difficult for handicapped people sometimes to do what they need to do. And when people park there and you're unauthorized and you're not handicapped, and a handicapped person comes up and needs that spot, they physically need that spot. This is not something that you basically just want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want a closed parking space. You have to get authorization from doctors and things like that in order to have a handicap sticker and stuff like that, or be declared handicapped. I've been fighting for 3 years for my disability from the state of Maryland. And they've been playing in my face for 3 years, and I have an attorney. So at the end of the day, I'm still pushing on. But I'm just coming out just so I can park my car. I need to park my car. You parked in my spot. Why you showing off with me, running your lips? And speak English if you're going to talk loud and indignant, rolling your eyes and smacking your gums and all that type of foolishness. Come on, man. Nobody got no time for that. It's a brand new year. Brand new year. I know one thing. I cussed her out so bad, I bet you her ancestors in Africa could feel it. Because she tried to play in my face. And it's over a parking space. Come on, man. That's petty to me. It's petty to me. All you had to do was get in your truck and roll out. That's what you had to do. I parked behind you. Yeah, because you parked in the wrong parking space. So next time you come in this community, you know not to park here. You've been here too many times, and you know that there's visitors parking spaces right across the way from where my parking spot is. You've been here too many times. I've seen you several times. And wasn't nobody parked in the visitor spots. You could have parked right there. You was just doing something to make it convenient for you. But at the end of the day, it inconvenienced me. And in the process, you got your ass chewed out. In English. Because if you ain't know no English words, you knew them tonight. I tried to be nice, y'all. I really did. But I can't stand when you try to be nice with somebody and they act real ignorant. Act real ignorant. Got an attitude so bad like you done pissed in they Cheerios. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Whatever you going through, maybe you mad that I'm a U.S. citizen. I don't know what the problem is. But at the end of the day, that's a personal issue. Get out of my parking space and go have a nice day. So after I cussed that ass out, I told her Happy New Year. I bet you she won't play in nobody else's face. And I know for a fact that she really don't like black American women now. I don't care. You're not fitting to yell and play in my face and holler like there's something wrong with you. Because every time I see her, she's with my neighbor. And I always speak to my neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Real nice. I guess she thought, that I was a flunky or something. I don't know what it is about this attitude with the American, with American women and African women. Why they just can't get along? What's the problem? What's the problem? Why can't we just all get along? What's the problem? I don't understand that. You feel the need to get indignant because you think you better than me? Why? Because you come from Africa? Get a grip with yourself. Get a grip. Get a grip. Get a grip. It's time out for all that. You know what I'm saying? You coming to America. You came over here. I didn't ask for you. You came over here. Obviously, there was something here in America that attracted you. You get over here and you want to have your nose all turned up. I was born and raised here, lady. At the end of the day, it's a new year. And I pray that everybody have a successful year because the best is yet to come. I'm going to try again tomorrow. not to cuss nobody out because it takes too much out of me to do that. And matter of fact, I'm basically really calm. You know what I'm saying? Until you push me to that point to where I really got to say something to you. And she was pushing it because I've seen her too often and she always got this attitude, with her. So I noticed her long before. But I never didn't have to have no interaction with her. But tonight, I sure enough did. And I hope she tell my neighbor. Because I don't care. Because it's enough cussing out to go around. Y'all have a good night. Happy New Year.